Kgto.
What up, you guys? It's your girl OGK, and I am here with another OG Thoughts with OGK, which is me. If you don't know by now, original goddess Kayla. Now you know, now you know, now you know. Alright, so I wanted to do this video outside because it's freaking beautiful out here today, and I've never been to this part of my apartment complex, and they have outlets, so why not record a video? Today's video, I want to talk about, my mental journey when it comes to me working out and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but once I start explaining it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So y'all see me working out all the time, right? Like, I'm always in the gym, always taking pictures in the gym, you know? And the thing is that one reason why I do that is because I'm literally so proud of where I'm at, and because I was not in this mental state, like when how long was it when I was 18? 24, 21, 2019. 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I was not in the state. 6 years ago, you wouldn't even catch me in the gym. 6 years ago, I was just a whole different person than I am today. And I really believe that working out is one of the reasons that, like, one of the things that definitely helped me with that process. So let's backtrack to some, you know, backstory on, you know, me and my journey, right? Like most people, most girls, I feel like I had a problem with the way I looked. I know I had a problem with the way I looked. When I was younger, I used to have really bad acne at like 15. I was so embarrassed to go out in public and stuff like that. I hope it's not windy and the microphone's messing up. Let me check real quick. Okay, I could hear everything I was saying, so I think it should be fine. Well, anyways, so yeah, so I would have like really bad acne, like, you know, most people through puberty, but like it was bad. I didn't want to leave the house. Plus, I didn't feel pretty. I felt like just low, and like even though I was always skinny, like I was never like fat as a kid, like overweight, but I felt like if I wasn't a certain type of skinny, like a real skinny, then, you know, I was unacceptable for the world. And, you know, I think people might forget sometimes that, you know, even if you aren't overweight, girls still have self-esteem issues. Girls still can have eating disorders, can see themselves as not pretty. Just because, you know, they aren't overweight, that doesn't mean they don't have like eating disorders or self-esteem issues. You would think that they have the perfect body, but women and men still have issues with the way they see themselves. And I was definitely that type of person. And as I speak, my tripod is going down, so if you see me continuously putting it up, it's because my tripod is falling, and like now you can't even see my hair. Okay, so I'll just kind of hold it while I speak. I also like to talk with my hands, so it's gonna be weird just doing this with one hand. Anyways, yes, you know, I just had issues with the way I looked and stuff like that. But also, I didn't like going to the gym. Like, not just because like I was too lazy to, which is probably a reason why, but also because when I went to the gym, I didn't know what I was doing, and I feel like, you know, people I was going to the gym with were really harsh on me if I wouldn't get something right, and it was just too much of a self-awareness thing that I didn't really enjoy myself or enjoy doing it, so I just wouldn't do it, right? So that led me to, I ended up being bulimic. I would force myself to throw up food because, I mean, I freaking loved food so much. I didn't want to miss out on it, but I also didn't want to gain weight, so I would just throw it up, right? And it just became a habitual thing that I did. I would just throw up my food after I ate, or if I felt bloated. And I think I did that for a while. I did it when I was, I think, 15 or 16, and then I stopped because I got caught doing it. My parents found out that I was doing it, and then I ended up doing it again. And it was just my easy way out of release, because I like to eat, but I also wanted to be small, so I would end up making myself throw up. It got to the point where I was like 90 pounds, which, you know, I'm already a small person. Like, I'm 4'11", and I've never really gone over this is probably the heaviest I've been in my life, which is, like, it's mainly muscle, but yeah, I was like at 90 something pounds at that point, which is not healthy at all. You could pretty much see my ribs. And so, you know, I would just go through that, and even then after that I still didn't want to work out, and I never fixed my diet, right? And so I just had this crazy self-esteem issues, and it was even worse when it came to guys. You know, I just wanted love and attention, and so like I would change myself for guys, and if they would make me feel beautiful, I would give them just all my attention, and it was just really unhealthy cycle, right? And my mental state wasn't there, my self-confidence was not there, and like it was pretty much non-existent, right? So fast forward to, you know, me being maybe 21, right? I started understanding what it meant to love myself more, and not put myself in certain situations, like, you know, changing myself for a guy or changing myself for a person, and starting to understand what it really means to love myself. And then I started working out when I was 22, And at first it was weird for me, because you know, it was just weird. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but thank God I had Gunwa really helped me in the gym. He really helped me become more comfortable. Like, the fact that I can work out now by myself is amazing, right? And the thing is that one reason why I started like working out was because it put me in a physical, like, meditation state. When you're working out, you have to focus, you have to pay attention to your body, you have to pay attention to what you're thinking, what the movements you're doing, and it put me in a physical meditation state that helped me think so much clearer, right? So as I started getting more confident in the gym, I started getting more confident in myself, and I started getting more healthy in my mental state of thinking, which really shows you that the mind, body, and soul are like, I'm reading this book called, and they call the mind, body, and soul called a trifecta, because those three things need to be balanced in order for, you know, everything to fall in line in your physical and in your spiritual, right? So I started becoming more confident in God, this tripod. Let me just hold my camera. So I started becoming more confident in the way I was moving, like just me, my posture was, I had bad posture, and I think the main reason my posture was so bad was just because of my self-confidence. I would just cave in to myself because I was very insecure about myself, you know, and a lot of people probably didn't notice how insecure I was, but I was a pretty insecure person. And another reason why my posture was bad was because I play the keyboard, and I feel like, you know, I'm always like this on the keyboard, so that was just another factor of me having bad posture. But it's crazy how much your posture really helps you, you know. It changes for me. Like, when I posture's good, I feel good, you know. When I'm like this, I know that I'm shrinking myself. I shrink myself. Like, if I feel energies that I feel like that are better than me or brighter than me, I will shrink myself. And that was a huge habit that I had. And so finally, so back to, you know, me being in the gym and me working out, it did put me in a meditative physical state that I really needed to balance out the mind, body, and soul. The body, like the things you put in your body, you know, once you know, when you eat something like really bad, it just makes you want to sleep afterwards, and you like just totally like pass out and get the itis. Like, if your body can, your body can do that with certain foods, it can definitely do that with even healthier foods in an opposite way. So instead of getting the itis, you get energy, right? And so like, I was just learning these new things about my body, and like, just, it helped me get confident. And like, that's why I think it's so important that like, you can get the same type of physical meditation hiking or doing yoga or walking. You know, it's something about you putting your own physical body into motion that really just gets your mindset correct, you know. And it's a beautiful thing. And for me, it was working out. Like now I can, you know, not go to the gym for a few days, and I still feel good about myself. I haven't thought about throwing up, you know. It made me also love every aspect of my body because it showed me how strong I am, you know. Like, the fact that I can lift these weights makes me feel strong physically and mentally. Having a certain discipline in the gym has caused me to have discipline in other areas of my life. So that's why I like working out. Like, a lot of times people will tell me like, oh, but you're already so small and stuff like that. Or like, oh, you're a good size. It's not about my size, you know? Not only that, but working out has made me want to better myself in every aspect of my life. And my body, I know what my body's capable of, and I just want to make it better and better. You know what I mean? I want to be the best me possible. And not only that, but I like working out in the mornings because it gets my mind really clear for the rest of the day, you know? And it's just a beautiful thing, and it really shows you how important the mind, body, and soul is. So like, go through a checklist in your head. Like, be like, okay, how's my mind today? How's my body today? How's my soul today? Because they're their own individual things, but when they're working together in a balanced state, it's freaking beautiful. And I think I definitely can say that it makes me happier, it makes me more confident in myself, it makes my mental state clear, and it's just a wonderful. Everyone's walking their dogs out here. I really want a dog. Oh my god, make a GoFundMe so you can get me a dog, please. On that note, yes, mine. I can also leave a link to the book that I'm reading because it's beautiful, you know. It really helps me understand, you know, how important your self-esteem is with your manifestation process and stuff like that, how important the trifecta of the mind, body, and soul is, and just all of that. And I encourage you to find something that is a physical meditation for you, you know, outside of the just actual meditation. Like go on a hike, go swimming, go for a walk in nature for 20 minutes a day, and see how much that really changes your mindset, you know, because when you have a progressive, and I feel like your physical really reflects what your spiritual is. So if you have a progressive, growing physical aspect with you in your own body, I really truly believe it reflects in your spiritual, your mental, and your mind and soul. And that's all I have to talk about today. Tell me what your physical meditation process is. Tell me if like what do you do? Do you hike? Do you work out? And if that's the case, what do you think about? What do you listen to while you're working out? And all that jazz. All right, guys, I love you so much.